degenerates. We will get to the video reaction in a minute. Hold on. Let me just set the time frame, set the story of where we're at right now. So, as you can see, we are at the night right before the semifinals, but the quarterfinals are done. And also, I am so happy I was wrong about this pick. Oh, it makes me so happy. Again, certified Vitality hater. We'll probably do the Apex video too, don't get me wrong. But very happy Falcons went through. So happy that Falcons went through. Honestly, any of these teams can win, and I'll be okay with it. My ideal way that this plays out is that I'm just wrong for the rest of the major. So, you know, I have Team Spirit going all the way, right? I'm okay if I'm wrong, all right? What I want is not Vitality. I want Falcons to be in the grand final. I want Furia to be in the grand final. And then I can make this bad boy right here the Princes of CS2, because ultimately I think this is the best craft I can make. If it does come to a grand final of Falcons and Furia, low key, as long as it's under $500, I'd do it. I'd make it. And I already have the m0NESY sticker, so that's why I would do a m0NESY craft, not a m0NESY craft. I want Falcons to go all the way. I want Furia to go all the way. And if they do, you best know, the Princes of CS2, which I don't even know if that's gonna fit. We'll check in a minute. The Princes of CS2, we can make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Anyway, the reason why we would be going that route, by the way, is because Falcons just took down the king, which, you know, that is considered to be ZywOo. I get it, it's what it is, but we just took the king down, alright? And honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to the Prince of Opping in Counter-Strike 2, you gotta put respect on m0NESY's name, but also m0NESY. You know what I'm saying? So, with the both of them, I want them both to go to the grand final. Let's go ahead and talk about the man who took down the king today. Let's talk about our boy, m0NESY. Alright, here we are. My understanding is that this is m0NESY and his grandmother. I'm not 100% sure that's correct, but that's my understanding from just watching the major and listening to commentators talk about this video. And don't you worry, we will get to a m0NESY video directly after this. But let's actually go ahead and see what m0NESY is all about.
Вот видишь, какой ты бравый парень. В картузе в каком
Посмотри на
красивом.
меня, это я Томас Шелби.
Какой
Thomas
ты
Shelby.
самый красивый.
Yeah, Peaky Blinder, baby!
When I started playing CS, it was 1.6. At 5 years old. Thanks to my brother. My old brother.
Dude, hang on.
We had only one
Also,
piece.
reaction video, so I'm going to pause a lot. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't start playing CS until 2015, and even then, for me, it was just a deathmatch game. Actually playing when you're a fucking child, that's insane. But to be fair, the best thing I had to a gaming computer was a AM3 integrated graphics. It ran CSGO at like 20 frames a second. And, you know, I thought it was a good little setup. But hey, that's just me. All right, continuing.
We had only one PC and it was his PC. He also wanted to become professional in CS, so he had to grind every day. I was just hoping my brother will go for a walk outside so I can...
I'm terrified. I'm sorry for pausing again, but I am terrified. He keeps talking about his brother. Did something bad happen to his brother? I feel... Oh boy.
go and touch some PC, playing publics, getting banned on the server, going another public, getting banned.
Он сначала наблюдал,
Hell
как я
yeah,
играю,
getting
потом
bad,
надо
let's
было ему уже
go!
мышкой подергать, потом надо было по клавиатуре пощелкать. И потом уже все, он полноценно садился, там, стрелял по ботам, я помню, и постепенно там играл в паблики,
Oh, wait, is this
ну,
his
не
brother?
давал ему своего аккаунта играть. И вот он все, он без тима, и еще школьник какой-то, точно там счетами играет, и его банили все. Потенциал был виден сразу.
He was so good, he was accused of cheating. Actually, we're gonna increase the volume of the video. Hey, first time reacting to something, alright? Calm down, alright? Here we go.
Сразу, именно как он
Oh,
двигался
Jesus.
механически. Невооруженным глазом было это понятно.
Is Russia, I
I
think.
have mother,
I'd
father,
imagine.
my grandmother, my brother, and me. They would spend all their time to work just for us to be healthy, satisfied with the things that we want. Obviously, not with all the things that we wanted, but for example, during the summer, they would economize the money. We would go for a vacation.
Oh,
together
hell
as
yeah.
well.
Spider-Man as a kid?
My father, he lives in a
I
country
feel that.
house, and my mother would be flexible because she worked in another city. She's a doctor. I was living in an apartment. I lived together with my grandmother, so we were very
So,
close.
is that what all these
She was
videos
working
are? Is just the
also every
wholesome
day, so
story
whenever I
of
was going
like
to school at 7
the
a.m., she
subject
would go with
matter?
me at the same time.
Like,
Coming
obviously,
home,
this
she
is
goes left side, I
m0NESY.
go right side, and we're like bye-bye. My grandma is legend, so she's my legend. Every day
Okay,
is
real
my
quick.
best memory.
So, from what I've gathered so far, again, just from watching the major, apparently, like, his grandmother didn't even really understand gaming. And let's be real, I don't think anybody's grandparents here would. Maybe some of our parents, to be fair. But grandmother, yeah, no, that's valid.
With grandma.
А ты помнишь, как ты залил у него клавиатуру?
Слушай, это, ну там неприятная история получилась.
Hey,
She can be
listen,
sometimes
it be
strict,
like
but
that, all right?
she's right. When we had any kind of like issue or problems, it was only with the
Yeah,
PC,
yeah, this was
and
what
I would
was
always argue with
mentioned.
her, and I still argue with her.
I
You
think
know,
it was in
okay.
stage 3 it was
Я не
mentioned.
могу сказать на 100%, что это был идеальный ребенок. Были капризы, были слезы, но я много чего хорошего могу сказать о нем. Конечно, когда
And,
он
I mean, okay,
начал
all right, hold on.
увлекаться.
To be fair, of that generation, and also not only that, let's think about this as well. She was probably raised in the Soviet Union, and of that generation, video games or just games in general are viewed as like a childish thing and a negative thing, you know? So it makes sense, you know, you don't imagine, or rather, if you're of that age demographic, you probably don't imagine that video games can actually go ahead and make people a lot of money. Which, let's be real, that's a new concept. I mean, fuck. Personally, when I wanted to start doing YouTube back when I was 12, my own mother hated the idea, and you know, it's just because internet's a scary place, and it's what it is. Honestly, it's probably better that I did follow that advice though, because ultimately I would have made a fool of myself throughout high school and even into early adulthood, but you know, it's what it is. All right, side tangent over.
Играми.
To be honest, at that age, I didn't think about anything than just enjoying some PC. But New Year
Hey, that's fair.
2015, and that was the year where my brother gave me Counter-Strike. The first thing I wanted to do is just go and destroy everyone.
Очень обрадовался, потом побежал за компьютер, там начал уже там все это выбивать все данные.
Okay,
уже
so yeah,
заходить в
I'm
игру,
pretty
там
sure this
настраивать
is his
что-то.
brother,
Ну,
which
понятное дело,
means
все такие
no
другие игры,
tragic
все было
story, which is
интересно,
great.
там World of Warcraft, там Dota.
In 1 year, I started playing Dota. Watching international, for example, every year was
All
traditional.
right, real
with my
quick. I can't handle games like Dota. Like League of Legends will make me crash out. I don't know if Dota and League of Legends are on the same category. Listen, man. I deal with first-person shooters, third-person action adventure games, and that's about it. That is my gaming catalog, all right?
brother. Started enjoying playing Dota more than CS for some reason. I had a friend with who I played online. All of a sudden, we were playing 1v1.
Which,
and
I mean,
won him,
yeah,
like,
no,
once. I won
friends
him
can make all the
second time,
difference when it
and
comes
the
to
next
video
days,
games.
he just deleted me and he said, I don't want to play with you anymore, and I had no friends other to play in Dota. So I started playing CS.
That's
because I had
how
my
it
school
be!
friends.
Да, мы делили компьютер, я не могу
Brother, oh, what the fuck?
так, ну, то есть он...
That's all right. Okay, brother, that's how it be though. Like, listen, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh when I was in middle school, right? And then once we transitioned into high school, all my friends switched to Magic: The Gathering. My problem with Magic is every time I try to fucking play that game, I get a headache. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I play the game, I get a headache. And so you would imagine that I would get tired of playing this fucking game that I don't even like, you know?
Что-нибудь ему купим уже. То есть они постоянно с родителями ездили на дачу. Подумал, говорю, ну, ноутбук, короче.
Why are there
Мне
double
вроде решение это
subtitles? What the
понравилось.
fuck?
Ему без разницы. Вообще было самое главное, чтобы ему что-то купили, чтобы он
There we
мог
go.
играть без меня.
At 12 years old, I realized that I want to go further and I want to become more professional. I started watching some tournaments where players played,
Hey,
and I just
valid.
wanted to play on the stage once. When I did my first LAN, it was 14 years old. We played against Pro 100, we played against Kinder. First time we won in groups, and after in playoffs we lost in grand final.
Oof.
Ну, я уже в то время показывал прям на лане очень хороший результат.
Starting a trend there, I see. Which, hey, I'm gonna be real. If it actually does come to the Falcons Furia, I will be happy with either one who wins. But I will put it like this. Fallen has already won a major. Maladoy is so young, he can probably win another major. Nico, on the other hand, I'm gonna be real. If they get to grand finals, if they beat Spirit tomorrow, which I don't even know if I believe in myself, if I'm gonna be real, I don't think it will happen. I think Spirit's gonna win. I think Furia's gonna win. Hell, there's a sad scenario that tomorrow, fucking Aurora wins and Spirit wins, and then the op idea is just whoosh to the wind. But I'm just saying, I do hope that if it is Furia and Falcons, that we get a good game, right? We get a good, entertaining game. Maybe not as how would I say, on the edge of your seat like the G2 game today, because Jesus Christ. Also the fucking Magic's play, holy shit. 1v4 holding a silver position, man. That's awesome. I hope it does become a graffiti. But getting back to it, if it does come down to Furia and Falcons, I'm gonna get hate for this, but honestly, I would rather Falcons win. That's just me. I understand people hate Saudi Arabia, but also at that point, you should also hate ESL because people who run Falcons aren't that far away related from the people who run ESL. I'm just gonna just gotta put that out there. No shade on the organization or anything. I'm just saying that if you hate them for that, a little hypocritical to not hate another organization for the exact same thing. I don't know. That's just me. For me, I just love the game. I don't really hate any organizations. Don't get me wrong. What ESL did to Spirit, fucked up. But also, if it's in the contract, it's in the contract. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a lawyer. And yes, as a normal person, I can look at that and be disgusted by it. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And yeah. Anyway, this is all to say, I do hope that Falcons win if it is a grand final between them and Furia. Don't get me wrong. Maladoy's got a place in my heart. Fallen, it's his last year. Got a place in my heart. But I've been wanting Nico to win a major ever since CS2 came out. And man, just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And then suddenly, team change from G2 to Falcons. And well, here we are. So we're gonna have to see. Again, do I think Falcons will beat Spirit tomorrow? Honestly, no. But I also didn't think they'd beat Vitality. Again, I'm glad I was wrong. Also, I'm glad that those B motherfuckers are out the game. Listen, every entertaining franchise needs to have a villain. And for me, that villain is Vitality. And that's what it is. And that's okay. That's the role. We'll probably get into that if we do the Apex video. Anyway, moving on.
То есть какой-то рейтинг там зашкаливал, там все говорили, что будущая звезда.
He's gonna fuck everyone.
I got at least $500. My parents, they picked me up from the LAN and I'm like, I want prize money. And
Hell
I
yeah.
won this prize money. I bought my first phone. I was so happy about it.
Hey,
Everything
actually,
happened after
W
that LAN.
parents for letting that happen.
То есть именно как раз таки вот
Actually
с этого
letting the
момента
kid spend the money
спорт,
on his
который
own
я мог
thing.
пойти
Hell
и
yeah.
дальше развиваться.
I was so smiling. I remember at home, I was so hyped and I was so happy. I would sleep like 4 hours during the night. I would play until 2, 3 a.m. I would need to wake up at 7 a.m. to go to school. 5 days in a week, I would...
Fucking senior year right there, baby! Except for me, it was fucking GTA Online lobbies with my friends. But, CS really, for me, didn't happen until after high school. In 2018 is when CS really took off for me. Actually, no, not even 2018. I would say early 2017. Uh, I shouldn't say early 2017. I should say 2017 October. It was October of 2017. If I remember correctly, they had some type of special event that year, and like CS:GO was all Halloweenified. Maybe that could have been in 2018. I don't know. That portion of my life is kind of a blur. A lot of shit happened there. Mid to late 2017 is when I got really into the game. That's when I had the butterfly, my first knife ever, which was the Urban Mast at .22. It had a big ass scratch in the middle of it, but well, I shouldn't say a big ass scratch. It had a noticeable scratch in the middle of it, but otherwise it was more or less flawless. Oh, man. Maybe this is just rose tinted glasses though. You know what I mean? Continuing.
Sleep like this, and on Saturday, Sunday, I would just sleep like a baby. Wake
Yeah,
up,
it'd be
school,
like that.
play, eat, sleep, repeat. The same day every time.
Я с утра вставала, смотрела на него, или там бабушка, синяки под глазами. Но нет, он вставал, он шел в школу.
Спал там
Yes.
3-4 часа, шел в школу.
Yeah,
убитый,
again,
там,
this was
весь
mentioned
сонный.
in, I believe,
Но,
stage
как
3.
правило, у Ильи очень хорошая память, и он очень хорошо учился, поэтому ему там учеба давалась проще.
Были, конечно, моменты, когда, например, бабушка его провожала в школу, сама уходила первая, а он уже все собрался, ну, решил задержаться. Да, и часик-два на диване, пока мне там в WhatsApp не писала учительница.
My grandma, she's strict when it comes to this kind
Wait,
of things. They're
wait a
saying
minute.
that
Did I read that right? Did the teacher fucking. The teacher snitched him out? Hang on. Hold on. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. You know what? That's valid.
Учительница.
My grandma, she's strict when it comes to this kind of things. They're saying that you look like a zombie, you know. She's saying me the truth. I know it's true, but I cannot do anything about it. Like, I
Hey,
cannot not
when you're a
play.
kid,
Я сначала...
sometimes you just got that energy in you, you know?
Ой, не могла я уговорить его, не могла убедить его в том, что это вредно для здоровья. Но видела, какой у него...
Which, I mean, hey, as a
My
grandparent,
brother would
that
always
is a
try to
valid
protect
concern.
me. In his situation, nobody would protect him than himself. I love my brother and very proud that I have a brother like him.
Андрей
That is
нас
very sweet.
всех и родителей
I imagine that's going to be
меня
a theme with these
убедил
videos,
в
is
том,
that they're just
что
all
это
very
его.
sweet.
Он сможет показать себя, достичь хороших успехов.
А когда уже Илья подписал контракт с Нави Junior, тут уже все вопросы уже там иссякли. Ну, то есть не было вопросов никаких. То есть все прекрасно понимали, что это уже...
Which, hey, again, with the older generations, that's fucking crazy. You're telling me you can make money off of this shit? Like, not even making the video game. You can make money by playing the video game? You just have to be good? Explaining it to the older generation, just, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's like football, right? Or soccer. Or, you know, I'm a filthy American, so, you know, football to me is different. But, or, you know, basketball, right? Like, if you're good at it, yeah, you can make money. You can make a lot of money. Though, who knows how that is right now with Valve stickers, but, anyway, continuing.
Новый уровень.
Я уже видела на тот момент, что вот ему игра и вот этот вот КС, это его. Ну, что у него есть продвижение, это его мечта. И здесь большую роль еще, конечно, сыграл старший брат, который ему надо идти дальше, ему надо расти. Ты посмотри, как он развивается.
I want to know the dad's opinion about all this.
И так получилось, что вот он чего достиг.
First ever flight to the Navi.
Oh, Navi camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very nervous. First of all,
I
I was
mean,
nervous just to
of
fly
course
there
you would be.
because
Who
I never
wouldn't
flew
be?
alone in my life, only with
Oh,
my-
that's even
I just
worse.
asked my manager and my
Listen, I get it. but here's the thing. I had divorced parents in separate states. So I learned from a young age flying alone is okay. You just need to talk to the fucking hostess and then everything will be okay. But, you know, fucking doing that when you're like 15, 16 years old, or was it 14? I don't know how old m0NESY was when Navi signed him. I would assume 15, 16. Could have been 14. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this guy, okay? But I do enjoy watching him play. Again, I could only imagine, like, going somewhere completely foreign on your own without your parents at, I wouldn't say a tender and delicate age, but still young, you know?
Coach to ask if it's possible that my teammate that will fly from another city pick me up first, and after we will fly together.
Hey, I mean, fair. I doubt that happened then.
When I remember I entered the office, I see all the trophies they have from Dota, from CS. I took a lot of pictures with it, you know. For me, it was
That's
very
fair.
inspirational because at some point when I started following Navi, Simple was idol for me, and I wanted to find out.
Hey, the Simple era. Fair.
At some point. We played in semi-final against NIP Young Ninjas. For me, actually, I remember that
So
game
NIP
because
Junior, basically.
I destroyed them. I remember.
Ah, that's good. Oh
I
shit.
was saying to the
Hey,
boys that you
valid.
don't believe me, but the people are writing me from G2, you know, like, and they're like, wow, no way. They already started like saying
I mean,
congratulations.
hey,
I'm like, wait, chill,
that-
chill.
listen, that's a big upgrade. I don't even remember. I would say I didn't notice m0NESY until shit. Well, actually, in truth, it wasn't until I really picked up the pro scene again, which was right before Shanghai, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right before Shanghai. And, you know, I if I remember correctly, again, everything's a blur in my adult life, right? If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it was G2 versus Vitality. And back then, I didn't recognize Vitality as the villain. I recognized FaZe as... So back then, I was like, I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good game. And if I remember correctly, a G2 ended up winning, which then got them to somewhere in the playoffs. It could have been semifinals, could have been grand finals. I don't remember the exact specifics of it. But yeah, I think that's the first time I ever watched m0NESY. And I remember that back then, I was like, oh shit, it's NiKo. It's the guy who's never won. I want him to win. And now it's, hey, it's a possibility. Who knows where we're gonna be a Sunday night? It's Friday night right now, you know what I mean?
Решение было максимально осознанно, даже если я ему сказал, давай там, может, в другую, нет. Он хотел играть с Ника и хотел играть в этом составе. Это даже была его мечта. Он как раз-таки, когда я ему подарил
Which, I mean, hey,
пошло время, он там
listen.
Ставил лого G2. Я думаю, что...
Real quick, I know it's a m0NESY video, right? Let's be real, though. NiKo, right? The thing about NiKo that I remember is that he was the enemy from FaZe, and the only reason the enemy is FaZe is because of the Cloud9 2018 Boston E-League major, right? The FaZe was the problem, but NiKo kept fucking us. Fucking NiKo just kept fucking us. And then, out of some miracle, Cloud9 wins that, right? And that was my intro into the competitive CS scene. Was, hey, a North American team won, and that like never happens. So yeah, that was my intro into that. And again, that was my intro into NiKo. But then after learning that this man has never won a major, like you can't help but to root for him, right? And then you have m0NESY, which is kind of like a little brother figure right beside him. And like, since he followed him from G2 to Falcons, like, I don't know. Yeah, I was cheering for Falcons in Budapest, but, you know, that didn't go that far. It really didn't. And I was also cheering for Furia, but that didn't go that far either. And I was worried that, again, Furia was going to lose to m0NESY. And let's also give m0NESY credit. Holy shit. m0NESY fucking Vitality. That's awesome. m0NESY going into overtime with Spirit. That's awesome. m0NESY almost killing Furia. On one hand, fuck you. But on the other hand, that's awesome. listen, I'm hoping that m0NESY doesn't stop, man. I am perfectly content with them being the next major champions. But again, personally, I'm just glad that Vitality's out of that picture for this one. Holy shit, yes! Anyway, this is all to say, the Nico element to m0NESY's story is also very interesting and very cool. Oh, also, with the m0NESY sticker, I also have a Nico sticker, so who knows? Yeah, that thing I was just gonna put in a little sticker slab and then probably put it on a better deagle than the tilted deagle. Though, it would be so funny if fucking Nico won. It would. It would be great. That tilted one, it's like perfect. Anyway, continuing on.
Была.
The feeling was insane. I was
Tilted
very
Deagle,
nervous, I
by
was
the
very
way.
stressed. Joining
Tilted
G2.
Deagle, by the way.
When I was at home still and I was packing my suitcase, I'm not nervous, you know, like. But when you're close to arriving, yes, you're very nervous. Imagine you see
Oh,
Nico
yeah,
Nikola
100%.
Kovac in real life. But the most funniest guy was Jax, because he also didn't speak English.
Got him.
He spoke English, I'm joking, but he will understand me. The most arguable person for me in the team was Nico, because he's gonna tell me to not pick here. I'm like, no way, I can, of course. He would explain me deeper and deeper further. To come to the point where I had to agree, we had to talk a bit.
Hey, that's fair.
He was the first kind of players of young generation.
Which, I mean, you know, new kid, new on the scene. Like, the old saying is you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach new tricks to a new dog. But, you know, like, hey, that works out. Like, yeah, it would work out with a mentor like Nico. Which, if I remember correctly, wasn't he IGL back in the G2 days? Anyway, moving on.
That people started talking about as the next Simple, for example. I think he was one of the youngest players to join FPL, and I got to play against him.
That's fair, right. So if I remember correctly, m0NESY held that for some time, and then Donk, if I remember correctly, took the title of, like, youngest player to achieve one thing or another, right? m0NESY held that, and then later Donk held that. Again, off of my own memory.
And also with him, and I could see why people were saying it.
Fucking m0NESY is mossing us hard, man.
If you ask anyone on the team right now, I think everyone was very surprised how mature he is. When you talk to him, how wise he is, and very respectful, and he had always good manners.
I mean, you
For
know,
me, joining
seeing his
Tier 1
parents and
organization,
grandparents,
speaking English, international team,
seems right. You know,
environment
he's a
was
respectable
so
young
different
man.
compared to Navi Junior. I had to relearn how to play this game as a team as well. My first big tournament was Katowice. It's the most memorable tournament that I had in my career. I was dreaming about...
Wait, is that what it was? It wasn't the youngest player to win Katowice. It was m0NESY, and then it was Donk. Again, I might be getting ahead of the video here, but was it something like that? I don't know. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's what it is.
this kind of tournament. After the first media day, I was so nervous. People asking me how people call you. I say I'm Yellow Flash. I'm like, oh my god, what I'm saying. I was very shy.
Flash.
The first game we played, I think.
Alright, that's cringe. Listen, I can't really say much because I do stupid shit with my name too, but fuck, dude.
And he just told me like, Ilya, that you seem very nervous and you're very pressured, so just do your things. Play how you know how to play CS. And after everything started, Liquid, BAM.
Nice.
Astralis, lower bracket grand final, BAM.
Ooh.
It's
Wait,
arenas, it's-
hold
it's
on,
the
time out.
stage.
Wait. Are you telling me m0NESY's first tier 1 coach is the same coach that fucking Vitality has currently? I could be wrong. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if that's the case. Again, correct me in the comments. But he looked very similar, just from the build and obviously the baldness, although I don't really have much to talk about with that, but hey, that's what it is. Are you telling me m0NESY's first tier 1 coach was the fucking Vitality coach? Is this so? Oh, that puts even more respect on what happened earlier today. Alright, continue.
Already sweating before going out on the stage. I'm just about to step on the stairs. I see all the names here. NATO Swincer, Virtus Pro. And I'm like, no way I'm gonna play on the stage now. We are going out on the stage, people cheering for
I can
us.
only imagine how nerve-wracking that would be.
The moment when people started chanting my name. Semi-finals, I had to face my idol, Simple. It was just so unbelievable that I'm already playing against them.
That's
That I have to come and play
crazy.
against them. The whole series were very tense. And also, there was very memorable clutch that I did against them. It was 1v3 against the legendary trio. Valera, Electronic, and Simple.
Electronic and Simple. A tale as old as time.
I couldn't believe myself that I'm already there, you know? I feel like the time flew so fast from me just playing on some local LAN tournament years ago.
And now you're
here I'm
fucking
already
the
on stage.
goat. And you fucked the new goat earlier today, buddy
So
boy.
I lost against FaZe in grand final.
Ooh, damn.
Next time we come here, we will definitely bring this trophy home.
That's fair. Again, FaZe was the enemy back in the day. I remember that.
Final round, you understand that you're just about to lift the trophy. You cannot believe it, you know? When you get this feeling that everyone in your team is in the best performance that they can be, this is the tournament. Everyone in our team was at his peak. The Cologne run was very incredible. Nico was in his prime. Hoopsy was calling insane. Everything was like
Well,
so well.
here we are. We're back in
timed
Cologne,
that we
baby.
just went there and we won.
Again, I don't think they're going to beat Spirit tomorrow, but I hope they do. It would just be unfortunate for Jab.
Before Shanghai
Jab
Major, before
Jakovic.
2-3 weeks, I found out that Nico is going to leave.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's talk about that. I remember that. I'm pretty sure the Shanghai Major was the first major that I actually like kept up with. I don't think I bought the Pick'ems pass for it. But I'm pretty sure the Shanghai Major was the first one I like really kept up with, right? And you know, just hearing the story that Nico was gonna leave, and it seemed a little weird at the time because I'll be real, Nico and m0NESY, it just makes sense. It's like peanut butter and jelly, right? But you know, he leaves, and once I heard that m0NESY was rejoining with Falcons, rejoining with Nico, it shocked no one, or rather, to me, it didn't shock me at all. It made sense. I was just curious on who else they were going to take, because I'm going to be real. If I had things my way, Hunter would have came with them. That's just me. I like the cousin dynamic of the old G2, you know? And I was really hoping that G2 would actually go somewhere in Shanghai. But if I remember correctly, things didn't go. If I remember correctly, they either didn't make it through stage 3 or they lost stage 1 in the playoffs. And like, you want Nico to win. You just want Nico to win. I understand the Falcon haters out there, but I don't care about it that much. I prefer Falcons over Vitality. It's what it is. That's just me. But again, that's only because Nico hasn't won yet. Now, say if Nico does win, like say in 2 days from now, Nico, fucking major champion, maybe there could be a new villain in town because, you know, you just took down my boy Molodoy. But if Aurora wins, yeah, no, actually, fuck him. Not actually. Nah, Woxic is cool. The old Mouse lineup is cool. It's all right. Anyway.
When we started playing together, I said to myself that my goal is to win major together with Nico.
Oh, I
Mostly
hope,
I was
dude.
because I was
I
thinking
hope.
about him leaving, but also about that we just lost the major.
Yeah,
That was definitely the hardest moment in my career.
that's fair.
I was also interested about other team to join. It was Cloud9. It was my dream team, but obviously I didn't have the opportunity to do.
He was frustrated, and I think he didn't maybe realize that, you know, organization has that kind of a power that can block you.
I was very focused to play with G2 and to create a history with them together. But how the year was going, I made a different decision.
He just didn't seem happy in G2 anymore.
Which would make sense.
Сказал, что наконец-то я буду играть опять с Нико.
These losses that I have, they will lead to something big in the future, I strongly believe. I believe what God prepared for me in this
Hey,
life,
fair.
in what path I go, I believe in this path. You have to spend so much
Oh
time
man,
in
I
this
really hope they
game
beat Spirit tomorrow.
to become successful. Inside of me, sometimes I suffer.
Although to be fair, didn't Donk just reach 20,000 hours or some shit? It was some stupid number like that where it's like, oh man, I could only imagine. Because I'm gonna be real, like I'm gonna say 80% of my hours in the damn game is just looking at skins, just being like, ooh, pretty pixels. I know nothing about mechanics. I know nothing about nades, and you know, I'm 27. There's no chance for any type of pro scene for me. I have no illusion.
A bit from the time that I sacrificed. I don't see how my grandma is becoming older and older, or my parents, or my brother.
Я ему всегда говорила, что наша жизнь такова, что
Dude,
возможны и взлеты,
I'm gonna be so for
и
real.
падения.
And I know this sounds like
Никогда не
dark
надо останавливаться
and
на
grim,
достигнутом. И если
but I
были
hope he wins a
ошибки,
major
то на
before she
этих
goes, you know?
ошибках мы учимся.
My goal always was to inspire people, the way I got inspired by Simple.
Hey,
Whatever
valid.
happens to you, if you become the best player, if you win so many trophies that you always stay on the ground, you don't forget about your family, about the people that help you to improve. I'm grateful for everything that happened in my life. All the people that I met, my family that they're supporting me in this way. I'm grateful that I have the lovely brother.
Again, a very touching video, man.
Я не думаю, что я буду такой ярой болельщик.
Very inspiring.
I don't feel the pressure of success. I don't think how many trophies I will win in 4 years or 5 years. Will I be successful in 6 years or 10 years?
Dude, I want you to
Try
be
every trophy.
successful in the next 2
Try to
days,
win every
alright?
trophy. That's who I am. I don't live in the past or in the future.
Listen, Mondo is my boy, but
Here, guys.
also Nico just needs to
Recording
win
being free
one.
for you.
Let him win one. He can retire after. You guys can become the new villains. I would consider that a win. So again, yeah. Again, I'm torn here. I really am torn. I love Team Spirit. I love everything they bring to this major. I love everything they bring to this game. I love Jab Jakovic. That little frog is fucking awesome. I love Spirit's mentality of, like, playing for the memes. But also, we do have Kerrigan on Falcons' side. Again, ideally... Okay, for me, this game down here doesn't matter as much as this game up here. But ideally, I do want to see Falcons succeed. Again, I didn't think they would. Alright, I'm going to be real. I got everything else right, but I was like, Falcons Vitality, that just seems like too much. Falcons beating Vitality, that's big. That's really big. And they kept it competitive throughout, because if I remember correctly, yeah, 13-11 even, and 13-11, Jesus. Against the quote-unquote #1 team in the world. Say what you will about it. But now if we're going to talk about Falcons and Spirit, I will remind you that Astana was a thing. And Astana looked great on Dust 2. Dust 2, Astana looked great. But I'm going to be real. Everything else after that looked horrible. I want Falcons to win. I won't be surprised if Spirit wins. And I won't be sad either. Like honestly, if Team Spirit wins, I mean, you see this, right? I have them going all the way. I won't be surprised by it. And that's just what it is. Now, let's talk about the Brazilians versus the Turks, all right? Listen, here's how it's gonna have to go. If the Turks win, I swear to God, I need Falcons to win. Because this game happens first. And that's just that's all there is to it. I want Furia to make it to a grand final. I want Maladoy to be in a grand final. I want to see that so bad. And even if he chokes, which, let's be real, his first grand final, that's what it is. The first time he went up on a major stage in Budapest. The first time he went on a major stage in Budapest, It wasn't his best showing. Nobody thought Na'Vi was gonna win, but hey, dude, that's what happened. It's what it is. Nobody expected FaZe to win either, and they took it all the way to the finals and then shit the bed from there. And I swear to God, that better not happen if we beat Spirit. If we beat Spirit, I'm gonna be real. Even if it is Furia on the other side. Again, there is no losing in that scenario. Because one of two things is gonna happen. Maladoy wins his first major. And not only does Maladoy win his first major, Fallen potentially wins his last. That would be awesome. But on the other hand, Nico and m0NESY winning their first major, holy shit, right? Now, here's the other story to that as well. Again, any of these 4 teams winning, it works. It really does work. Because Team Spirit came here without a coach, and I wouldn't say a new IGL. I think they got rid of Chopper at the beginning of the year, which, rough, honestly. But the results they're getting, I'm just saying, they're not losing to Paravision right now, right? Although, I don't remember if they lost to Paravision right when they got rid of Chopper. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure that is what happened. They did lose to Paravision right when they got rid of Chopper. But they're not doing that now anymore, right? They're not. To be fair, they never played Paravision, but they did play the team that beat Paravision, and they went 3-0, and they didn't. Just saying. But anyway, any of these teams winning is a win in my book. Falcons, obviously. Nico, m0NESY, great. Team Spirit winning? Dude, Jab Jakovic, and just, you know, Team Spirit is coming to this major of the we want to make a meme out of it approach. And I can't hate that. I love that. I love Spirit. That's awesome. Aurora, I'm going to be real. I don't know too much about Aurora, but I do remember the names, right? Let's go to Aurora real quick. All right. Dude, yeah, you know the names. You know Xantares. You know Woxic. You know Wicadia. All right. Major and Soulfly, they're new to me. I'm going to be real. But these 3, I'm pretty sure they played for Mouse. If not, maybe G2 in, like, in the way past. Listen, I know them. I don't know them well, but I know of them. And, hey, Turkish Counter-Strike winning? That sounds cool too, you know? Like, I don't hate it. The only thing I hate is that they're going against Furia. And Furia, I always want to win. Especially since it's Fallen's last year. So, there's that. But yeah, Aurora, Team Spirit, Falcons, Furia. We've already gone through Furia. You know I want Furia to win. But now that we're in this scenario where the king is dead, thank God, by the way, personally, my heart tells me Nico should just get his goddamn major already, and then it will be okay. Then he can put this game behind him. Not even like necessarily right away, right? Still play for another year or 2, play as long as you want, but just give this man his goddamn major, all right? God damn it. Now, obviously, he has to earn it. I get it. It's what it is. And I'm going to be real. The way Team Spirit's been playing the past 2 games they've played, G2, m0NESY, and don't get me wrong, m0NESY's great. m0NESY is awesome. But even Aurora, dude, like, they were proved they were mortal here. And then they just kind of fucked him from there. That's when Spirit, like, returned to form. But this, the m0NESY games where they kept going to overtime, I don't know. I feel like Spirit's slowing down. And after today's showing with G2, I mean, hey, legendary game, right? But also, this is the same G2 that Falcons already played. And Where the fuck is that? It was at the beginning of stage 3. And there's the results of that. I mean, yeah, it was a close game. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe it's copium. Maybe it's copium. I do honestly believe Spirit's gonna win tomorrow, but my heart wants Falcons to win. And that's what there is to it. Now, when we talk about Grand Final, I mean, I'm about to record that m0NESY video, which is probably going to come out first because this game plays first. But I do want Furia to beat Aurora. But like I've already said, I don't mind. I don't mind if Aurora wins. And I also don't mind that if, you know, it's Falcons and Aurora. And, you know, it's what it is. I just want to make this video, do a reaction type content, see if y'all like it. And also, that's the other thing with reactions that I will also try to keep in mind here going forward, is that I will actively try to give my own commentary over it, rather than just being a piece of shit that just watches the video and says nothing, alright? And yes, if that annoys you, I get it, but at that point, just go watch the original video for yourself. If you want to know my opinions of going through the video, well, that's why we're here. But yeah, that's about it. So anyway, as usual, link down below for the Patreon, link down below also for the original video that we reacted to, and also like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit. Honestly, you guys do you, and see you soon.